Yo, what's up guys? Rare Pool Society here. My name is Luis. Today we're going to go over the Grand Archive Lunar Blessings merch set drop that's coming up. This is, as of this video, within 48 hours of the drop. Super excited about this. I've been wanting to talk about it ever since I heard about it. And it literally wasn't too long ago, about 2 days ago. So I was like, I got to get a video out so you guys, as collectors, especially collectors, need to get a glimpse of what this is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into what this merch set drop is and what's included and when it'll be available. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right, to just kind of get started here, the Grand Archive release will be on January 27 of 2026 at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, obviously that's going to be different for everybody. If you're on the East Coast, that's EST, Mountain Time, Central Time, but I would just look it up on Google what your time is to 7 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. That is when the drop will happen. I am on the West Coast, so lucky for me, I will be on Pacific Standard Time. 7 p.m. is after work, so I will be ready to go for this. I will go over some of my initial thoughts on this, and if or not I will be going for this. Spoilers, yes, I will be going for this as a collector. This is something that I would love to at least have one of, this has a lot of value that goes into it, and we'll kind of go over that here in a second. As for the release, there are two releases. There is going to be a global release, which is that January 27, and if you are in the anywhere in Asia, those orders will be open on January 28th, so it'll be 24 hours afterwards. Obviously, they are on a different time zone. I believe their time zone will be 7 p.m. CST. I'm not sure what that entails, but everything is coming from, all this information is coming from the official Grand Archive TCG site, so you can also take a look at it in there, but I just kind of want to get this out so people know what to expect. All right, just to kind of get started here, what is included in this Lunar Blessing set. So obviously this is going to be a very unique set of merchandise. Now there is some promo cards in there, but we're just going to kind of go over what you are going to be paying for here. Now I will say this is a bit expensive. We are looking at a price of $159.99, so let's call it $160. There are purchase limits, 2 of each per customer, so you theoretically can go ahead and get 2 of each. There are 4 characters that will be featured for this drop. We have Lorraine, Tristan, Arisana, and Rai. I am personally going to go for Lorraine or Tristan. However, I'm still in between those two, knowing how this drop is and how it might be. It is going to be very exclusive. I will just let you know right now. So if you're going to go for one, stay with that one. Go with your favorite one. I don't think there will be a chance to even go for a second one. If you were somehow able to cart 2, immediately go get it out of the way, and maybe in the near future you'll be able to go ahead and trade that extra one for the other one that you really wanted. So that is kind of how I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so it's going to be those 4 characters. They're going to be the ones who are featured in the 4 champions are going to be dressed in a very cool, festive Lunar New Year attire. I will go ahead and put up some images here on screen so you guys can kind of take a look at the art. I will say very, very beautiful art. Awesome to Weaves of the Shore who are doing this. Now they are, based on what I heard on different forums, the reason why they were coming out with this merch drop is for basically building some hype and just getting people excited for the New Year's. I think this is an awesome idea. and I love how exclusive this is. So if you're a collector just like me, Grand Archive has an awesome collector community, and I want to be part of that, and I'm slowly getting there. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what else this has to offer. Now, I know I mentioned there are four main champions: Lorraine, Tristan, Arisana, and Rai. Now, each one, this is the production limits. This is how many units of each will be sold. 600 units of Lorraine, Tristan, and Arisana, and only 400 units for Rai. So if you do 600 times 3, we're looking at 1,800 units. Add another 4, we're looking at 2,200 units. Now, if there's a community of, even if it's 50,000 people that are Grand Archive enthusiasts, we're looking at less than a 5% chance of even getting one of these. This isn't even taking into account the bots that may be on there trying to also get these limited drops, which is why if you're out there and you love Grand Archive, I would just go and try. That's the least thing you can do, is try. Now, on top of it being super limited, we're gonna kind of go over what this entails. Each set is basically gonna be around the champion itself. Each one will have their own unique art style, which is really cool, as you can see. So you're gonna obviously get the Lunar playmat. This is gonna be basically a playmat for you to use. I use the playmats also as a mouse pad, kind of for decorative purposes, which I think is really, really cool. So you can use it either or. You're also going to be getting a compact deck box that matches that same theme. As far as I'm aware, that deck box can hold up to 1,000 cards. So if you have lots of bulk, it's definitely going to help with that. You're going to get a acrylic standee of the champion, which is going to look really cool if you want to display. You're going to get a keychain, also going to be acrylic to celebrate the new year. Looks like you're also going to be getting a B2 size tapestry. Now, it's that large art piece for display. It's basically going to be for like your wall. I'm not a big fan of the tapestry. I may be just getting rid of that or just keeping it. I might keep everything sealed. I don't know yet. And the reason I say that is because of the random foil promo card that's going to be in there. But we'll get to that in a second. Now, they're also going to get a sticker sheet. Stickers, put them all over the place. I have a computer. I may be actually putting those stickers on that. And regardless, this is just my speculation. I'm pretty sure this is coming from the Grand Archive. I'm not sure. I don't think they would do... So you're going to get a promo card, not foiled, but you're going to get a regular promo card for each single character. So if you get Rai and you wanted the other characters, you're at least going to get the promo card for it. There's going to be 4 non-foiled ones of each character. So you're going to get the art style in card format. But this is where the kicker, and this is where the hype and the value for a collector is going to come in. There's going to be one random foil promo card, and I'm going to assume this is a random character. So you have a 1 in 4 chance. That's random. So even if you buy the Lorraine, you're not going to get the foil Lorraine. You are going to get one random foil promo card. So this, as a collector, even just keeping it sealed will add value, especially if not all of them have been pulled. Some people I know will keep this sealed. So you could only assume that, if you're going to buy it, you're going to get a 1 in 4 chance of pulling the Rai, Lorraine, etc. So any of the 4 characters, a random chance to get that. Now, I don't know why they did only 400 units for Rai. I don't know if maybe he's not that it's more exclusive, but he's not as popular. But only making him 200 units less is gonna definitely bring up some value for him. Or maybe they're just trying to drive attention to him. So that's gonna be kind of my theory on that, on why they kind of put him down to 400 units instead. But yeah, that one random foil promo card, if you're just keeping that sealed, is going to add value. If you open it, it's going to want people to open theirs and see which foil they ended up getting. Obviously for me, Lorraine and Tristan are the two that I really would love to have, at least the card versions of them. But yeah, so there is that. Anyway, I know that I did mention that the total price of this is going to be $159.99 USD, so $160 basically before tax for this. Now, you may be thinking it is a bit expensive, but as a collector, I think this is a really, really good value, especially for what you're getting. Now, the premium tube and the playmat that you're getting, kind of been looking at TCG Player, eBay. You're looking at anywhere between $25 to $40 right then and there for just getting official arts. Now, if they're limited or rare playmats, they typically go for just a little bit more. I will say on the lower end, maybe $80 to $100. But I'm gonna go ahead and just round it out to around $80. The playmat itself, now, I will say it's limited, so it's going to be like a rare set that's going to be out there. eBay, you'll be able to find it. Now, it is the official art for this. If you have any way to prove that it is an authentic playmat that you got from Grand Archive TCG, it'll be easier to sell. No doubt about it, there's probably going to be people who are going to try to copy and paste, make their own playmats, and try to sell them as authentic. So be careful out there when it comes to that. But let's just call it an even $80. You're already getting a little over, just about 50% of your money back on that alone in some cases. The deck box itself, I would say anywhere between 10 to 25. So I want to say, let's just put it on the lower end, right? So we have 80, now we're at $90 in total value. The acrylic stand, let's do $5. So, we're at 90, 95 in value. Obviously, this is a collectible acrylic stand, so it may be even more. Especially hardcore fans out there are going to want just the acrylic stand to display. So I'm going to keep it on the lower end. So we're going to call it 95. The tapestry, the big kind of wall art that you're going to be looking at is anywhere between an extra $20 to $50. I'm going to go on the lower end, $20. So let's add 95, 105. So we're looking at about $115. Stickers, we're going to add a couple dollars, or just say free, right? We're just going to say free. The foil, the promo cards themselves. Now, there's 4 unique ones for each one, so we're gonna at least they're gonna be worth something. The non-foiled ones, they're gonna still be worth something. I want to be estimating. This is gonna be a little harder to estimate just because these promo cards are not gonna be printed again. This is a one-time print, never to be printed again type of set drop, of merch drop. So this is for it to be a promo and not to be printed again, even if it's not a foil. I want to say at least $5. At the very least, they're going to be worth $5. Now, there are some super rares that are worth $5, so I'm assuming these limited edition non-foil promo cards are going to be at least $5. They're probably going to be worth a lot more, but I want to say anywhere between, I want to say $5. Boom. We'll call it that. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. That's another $20. So we're looking at almost 90% back on the 160 that you're going to spend of your money. So that in itself, like, I don't know, I think it's an amazing deal. I'm definitely going to go for it if I can even get one, that is, because I know how exclusive this is going to be. Now, that doesn't even include that foil, the one random foil. That is what's going to add a lot of value to it. That random foil, I want to say at least another $50. If not, we're looking at probably hundreds of dollars. We're talking $1, $2, $3, $4, $500, depending on how much demand there is for the cards. And I don't know if you guys saw the art on it. They're going to be pretty high demand. In general, the promo cards that I've seen from going to Ascendant, which is basically like the regionals and or kind of like the where you can go and play competitively. Ascendant, the Path of Silver, every year they have a promo card if you go and attend it. I've seen some of them, and holy moly, they know how to do. Weaves of the Shore, I will give you that. Their art for their promos are amazing. Obviously, they're limited time promos. It's a one-time thing that you're going to get then and there. There are obviously going to be plenty of them for those who went during that year. But as people start getting into Grand Archive and the community starts to grow and more and more and more, if it goes from 50,000 people, as a 50,000 community, right? A community of 50,000 people doubles to 100, those 100 people or those 50,000 people extra that came in did not get to participate or even see the promos from prior. So you can imagine that demand starts to go up for these promo cards that have passed before. I've seen some of them, and oh my goodness, I wish I would have gone and gotten some of them because they're so cool. I'm going to see if I can find a couple pictures of some promo cards and put them up on screen for you guys. Probably 3 or 4 of them just so you can kind of take a glimpse of them, but they're super, super cool. I love the design for each and every single character, and each one has its own stamp for whatever year it was for that competitive play. But yeah, that's kind of like an overall wrap up of the merch set that's going to drop. Remember, January 27 and 28 for North America, pretty much, which is where I'm at. The 27th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for me of 2026. We're talking less than 2 days, you guys. We're looking at about 48 hours to get this drop. So if you see this video, I really hope you will get lucky and get something out of it. $160. Obviously, there's going to be limits, 2 per character. So theoretically, you can get 8, 2 of each. Highly doubt it, so don't even try. My suggestion is just to go for one. Really, just to go for one. We're looking at a community, even if it's 50,000 people, even if it's 10,000 people, you're looking at a 10% chance of even getting it. 10,000 dedicated people for about 2,000, what did we say, 2,200 of these drops that are going to happen. Very, very limited. We're looking at still even a 20% chance, but we're not even including new people coming in, new people, bots, scalpers, things like that. And if somebody knows that this is very limited, they will get a bot to purchase as much of it as possible. I did hear that the people who are going to be running this, because Grand Archive TCG did partner up with Core TCG for the January 27th. And I believe it's Fable International for Asia. They're pretty good at handling everything because it's not such a huge TCG yet. We don't have that big issue as Pokemon does or One Piece with the bots and people going to stores and just buying everything out. We don't have that issue yet. Regardless, this is still a limited drop. Anything limited, there's going to be at least a couple bots here and there. So I would keep my expectations low. It's worth a shot to go for it, but then again, I'm keeping my expectations low. Hopefully I do get one. And as I mentioned, I'm leaning more towards Lorraine. My thoughts on all of this, I'm definitely going to go for it. As a collector, I think you should as well. My personal opinion, I think the art's amazing. If it doesn't even go up in value, I'm not even there for the value. I'm there to get something that's collectible and something that I like. And for that reason, I'm leaning more towards Lorraine rather than Tristan, just because I've seen Tristan's, you know, color wave. It's not really red. It's more like a purple. And the red, it does look good on her, but it's not. I don't know. I think it just conflicts because I've seen. Here's I'm gonna go ahead and put two different cards up for you guys to kind of compare what she looks like. It's kind of more of a purple instead of a red, and this lunar aesthetic is more of a red. And I think the green from Lorraine really stands out between all of them, because all of them. I mean, the what was her name? Ariana has like a brown hair, but the green really stands out from the red. So I really, really, really like that a lot more. I think she's also more competitive, more liked. Tristan, she's awesome. I love the way she looks. Really, really good art. But the red does not really match with her actual, you know, purple form. I don't know about you guys. Let me know down below in the comments which one are you going for, which one is gonna be your favorite. Are you gonna even try to go for this? And I know my one subscriber out there who has actually watched every single video of mine, Austin, who are you going for? Let me know down below, okay? I'm leaning more towards Lorraine this time, but Tristan, she's still not a bad cop. Like, if you can get her, go for it. But I think Lorraine might actually be a winner for this specific art here, for this new merch drop. Remember, 48 hours, January 27th, you guys. Good luck, have fun, and I will see you guys next time.